What is up, YouTube? Back in the garage. It has been a while since I posted a video. Very sorry about that. Just kind of got busy lately, and my weekends I haven't been able to work on cars as much. So I have been doing some small projects, so I'll go ahead and give you guys some updates. Maybe you've seen this, maybe you haven't. This is my 1ZZ that I pulled out of the Celica. You can see playing around back in the back with the turbo, but also in the front here, this is a K-series intake manifold. The plastic manifolds that come on the 1ZZ have some internal plastic pieces that tend...
Could you try again?
Sorry, Siri, I'm not talking to you. They have some internal plastic pieces that tend to break apart whenever you boost the 1ZZ. So you can either remove those, which is a little tricky, or you can pay Monkey Wrench Racing to remove it for like 250 bucks. I didn't want to do that, so I wanted to do something cool, and that's why I decided to go with a K-series manifold, which is very difficult to fit up to it, but I have an adapter plate that I have been working on, 3D modeled, got it 3D printed, and a friend from work is going to machine it for me. And I actually just got my big chunk of stock aluminum that I'm going to be using for that he's going to machine it out of. So stay tuned for that. I'll definitely go into more depth on that. MR2 hasn't been touched in a little bit. I got the supercharger spinning in the last video, but my pulley's a little offline, so I need to adjust my mount a little bit, make it a little bit thinner, adjust my spacers, and that'll be good to go. Next step for that is to hook up the ECU, the Epoxy ECU, do some logging just without it being boosted, just NA logging, just to get an idea of what the AFRs want to look like and kind of learn how the data logging software works. And then I'll be hooking that thing up, hooking up the charge piping and making some boosts. So that MR2 is really close, and now that it's really close, it might move slow just because if I'm not careful, I could screw something up bad. So exciting, but you know, I gotta make sure I know what I'm doing. So LS RX8 is of course running swell. Honestly, my most reliable car. I just drove it down last weekend to watch Nick drift, so I might include some footage from that. Heck yeah, dude.
Well, I was thinking maybe because the tire being flat, but maybe not.
What do you think?
It's broke.
That thing's broke.
Is it lower?
I didn't grab handbrake. I don't know. I need to jack it up. Yeah, I've been getting the handbrake there. Now that I got more grip out of it, I was going faster. I just never got
Heck yeah, dude. Nick was absolutely shredding in the Z. He's got that thing all set up now, and it's making good power now. He got it tuned, so I'll let him explain that. I'm actually going to be heading down to Nick's tomorrow, so I'll get him to let us know what he did to that thing, but he's absolutely shredding now. Really makes me want to get the LS RX8 ready to drift. As you guys know, it is kind of how I set it up to drift. I got the AccuSump oil cooler, baffling in the oil pan. This thing is ready to go. I got the welded knuckles cut and shortened. Yeah, so Just it's all timing. Got too many projects going on. And speaking of too many projects, we got the GTI in the garage to 2014. No compression or very low compression on cylinder 3. I think it had like 25 psi. So needs some work to be done, which I've been putting off for a little bit, but it's finally in the garage. Honestly, I'm gonna do a little bit of troubleshooting in this video, but I'm very positive I'm gonna have to pull the engine, so I don't wanna waste too much time pulling parts off that I can just leave on the engine and do after the engine's out, because everything will be easier then. So I'm gonna do a very minimal troubleshooting, find out what's wrong with it. It's most likely gonna have to come out. Whether I'm rebuilding it or replacing it, I'm gonna be pulling the engine out. All right, guys, so I went ahead and got the APR coils out, spark plugs out. I went ahead and did a compression test on all 4 cylinders, and sure enough, cylinder 3 is low compression. The other cylinders look fine, so it matches up with what I originally thought when I got the car. So before I went any further, I went ahead and got the bumper off. I know I'm gonna just be going in deep on this thing, so, but I am gonna use my handy dandy little camera here. Say hi to the camera. To just peek down into the cylinder. I'm expecting what I'm gonna see is gonna be on the bottom end. I'm expecting a piece of a pistons down there, rings, whatever. I don't think I'll see anything on the top, but I'm gonna just take a peek. I might be able to tell if the cylinder is all messed up, but either way, I'll be taking the oil pan off. So this is just for information. So it is very hard to tell what's going on, but from what I can tell, the top of the piston looks at least not damaged. So probably what I expected to see. I'm not expecting this to be like a valve issue. I don't think the piston hit the valve or anything. I think, so like it's not a timing issue or anything. I think it's gonna be a bottom end failure based on what I've seen on other tuned GTIs. This does have a stage 1 tune on it. So that's probably what did it. What's up, Nick?
Not much.
The drift missile.
Yeah, I got stuck in the mulch. And then I was like, I don't think I'm stuck, but I might have to try to move it before you leave later.
We can get you out. How about this freaking setup you got here? Tell us about the shop.
Oh, it's just like the little garage shop I got. I just rent like a little apartment up there.
Yeah, he lives right. Is it right above it or
No,
this
it's
way?
over there.
On that side?
On the other side.
Yeah, this was like quite the combo deal. Dude, this place, it's bigger than I remember the first time I was here.
Yeah, it's kind of a mess. Like everything over there is like storage bins and just junk. Pretty much I can take, there's nothing on the loft. So I could take all that stuff and put it on the loft and then another car.
You could pull the fit in there.
Yeah.
The daily.
I mean, it'll probably still fit there, but I mean, I've been meaning to.
Oh, right in behind?
Yeah, I just haven't moved anything.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And I've never had a reason to put another car in, but I'm want to make room for when it snows and stuff.
Makes sense.
So,
well, I'm going to take the opportunity while I have a lift. Nick said I could put the RX8 on the lift and see my craftsmanship that, I mean, you know how it is. It's like you're underneath a car and you
never had this on a lift? Like with Matt or nothing?
Never had it on the lift. So like you do all this work on jack stands and it's like everything's close up. So you don't have the big picture of what everything's going to look like. So I get to see how the exhaust turned out and everything underneath.
It's going to look a lot different.
Yeah, I'm hoping it looks like professional.
Well, I'm just saying everything's going to look different. You're going to be like, oh, I never noticed that before.
Yeah, you get the zoomed out picture. So no work will be done today, but we're at least going to look at it. That's the goal.
Yep. It's like kind of muddy over here. So.
That's all right. I got my Vans on from 2015. This is what we were in just in the other clips when we were drifting. Nick Z. Obviously, if the OGs know. The OGs know.
Yeah. So I haven't been in the GA Stands House garage. So the most updates I got for you guys are I basically has full bolt-ons and a tune now. So I did the plenum. It's the Z1 plenum spacer. So I think it's the biggest. I think it's a 1/2 inch. And then it tapers off. I have the Z1.
In the back, I see.
Yeah, because the plenum is it's like slanted. Okay. See how it's slanted? I think it's for hood clearance.
Gotcha.
It cuts off airflow to the front 2 or 4 cylinders, and basically that just gives it a lot more airflow. I think it's big gains up top. And I did the Z1 full 3-inch cold air out to the front here.
Oh, nice.
So I mean, I like my bumper's already cut up, but I just cut it up some more.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So basically, if you're doing naturally aspirated, the best way to make power is through air, and the best way to get air into the engine is, obviously your intake. I think people get a little more gains at like 3.5 or 4-inch intake tube, but I mean 3-inch it's more than enough. These engines only make so much power. So I put test pipes on it too. I don't know if you really need those, but it made the car a lot louder.
Does that just delete the cats?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
allegedly deletes
Okay.
the cats. But they're
We
resonating.
don't know for sure.
Yeah, we're not really sure. But yeah, that just helps way up. I mean, the more the engine breathes, the better.
Yeah. So did you have to upgrade anything on the fuel system or just?
Nope.
So,
I don't know what the injectors are at. I didn't ask him. I don't
Okay.
know what duty cycle they're at, but I mean, I gained like.
So you had somebody tune it remotely, or was it on a?
No, it was done dyno.
Okay.
Yep. You can send it in and get a flash, but I mean, a flash is like, I mean, for a modern car like this, it's probably fine. But I mean, really, that's kind of like a base map. So stock, from what I've looked up, most people say they make about, at best case scenario, like 240 horsepower, 230 torque. Best case scenario I've seen. And this made 277 wheel horsepower and like 255 wheel torque.
Yeah. That's
So
pretty solid.
at least 30
Solid gains.
I would say solid 30 horsepower gain for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, I mean, on the street it's a little hard to tell, but I mean, you're just kind of like doing pulls on the road. I mean, it's not like you're making a huge gain,
Yeah.
but on the track I could tell like
Yeah.
huge difference in third gear for sure, which was
Yeah.
the whole point of.
Yeah. So you
getting
can rip it in third gear.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still a little down for third once I get going, but that's why I'm kind of debating supercharging it now. I said I wasn't, but I also said I wasn't going to tune it. It's like
So
a
you
domino
are
effect.
supercharging it?
I'm debating it. HKS makes a kit with like a Roadtrek supercharger, which is like, looking at the gains and the parts availability, it doesn't seem worth it to me, and you're never going to find that used. I mean, unless
Okay.
someone popped up used. And then there's an old Stillen kit, which is like what you put on the MR2. Like, is that like the Roots style?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically it goes on top the intake manifold and kind of sticks out the hood. But again, it's like they don't make them anymore, so there's no part support, and they make
Okay.
like the bad gain, not worth it. So the Vortex supercharger sits here, which is a
Centrifugal. Or
supercharger. Yeah, it's like a
centrifugal. Yeah,
turbo /
you're right.
supercharger kind of deal. Kind of like a Pro Charger, but Pro
Yeah,
Charger just
that's
might
what
be a
I'm thinking
brand.
of.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
runs off. So it sits here, and then the front of it's here, and then it's still belt driven. And you can run an
So-
intercooler and stuff.
You could always get one of those Buick superchargers.
That's basically what the
Okay.
Stillen was, which I was
And you
thinking
could
about
just make
doing
a
that.
custom intake manifold.
Yeah, but I mean, I thought about it, but it's like
Dude, that would actually be.
the gains. I'd at least want to like.
You also got the other bucket seat in. So
Oh,
I
yeah, finally.
was
finally.
riding
Ooh.
nice and comfy in
Yeah, I
there.
meant to ask you. I didn't really ask Eric either how it felt.
Oh, it was good. Yeah.
I don't know. I guess you never really rode with the stock seat, but
No, I never did. Yeah. It's all about perspective. Oh my. Dude, this is wild. I'm glad I didn't put the under tray on. Oh, these bolts. Wow, I'm surprised those haven't fallen out yet.
Dang.
Those are for the under tray.
Look at that.
Vibration must not be too bad, because those should have fallen
Nah, it's just
out.
the
dude.
corrosion holding it in.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Don't make it Loctite.
Suspension's looking pretty.
You can shake everything, shake the wheels and make sure everything's all good and stuff.
Uh-oh. What do I got here?
The rear main.
Or is it
Or is it coming from the trans?
clutch? No, I think it is trans fluid.
Well, nope. This is trans fluid.
It's trans fluid?
Yeah, dude, smell it.
Okay.
Right? Am I crazy? It smells like gear.
I mean, I can smell it a little bit. It doesn't smell as strong as usual, though. Probably because it's not super dirty. I mean, I replaced it, so. All right, well, hey, that's minimal. I'm not going to worry about it right now.
Look at
That's
them
for sure.
welds, boy.
On the exhaust?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude, they're not even like rusting too bad. They're just kind of getting some color to them.
No, I mean, it
I
looks,
bet the inside, it's very possible that the inside's rusting. I back purged everything, but.
dude, yeah, but it's never gonna rust through unless you like daily dry it in the salt for like.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, in the garage, nothing's been rusting too bad at all. So here's some welds that are getting some rust on them.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I was gonna say, you might need to play.
Yeah, no, I got the flash on.
No, that's fine, honestly. I thought it
Exhaust.
was gonna be a lot more like jank looking.
What, my work? Wow, thanks, Nick.
No.
Did you see my, I knew you were gonna find this at some point and start
axle
laughing.
that I just
Oh,
saw?
dang, dude, it's
What
shredded.
is that?
Well, I wrapped it in duct tape so it wouldn't spray everywhere.
Dude.
Oh, well. I have a new axle. Don't roast me too bad.
Why didn't you like wrap a rag around it or something?
Well, I thought the duct tape would be fine, but oh well.
No, with the grease.
Dang. Well,
I mean, I don't really know a solution for that, honestly, but.
well, I just need to put the new axle in. Oh, look at the exhaust, dude. It's all burned on there now.
Oh, yeah, that's never coming off.
Dang. I'll wire wheel it as best I can, but I mean, other than that,
Not bad.
that exhaust looks pretty professional, I'd say.
No, it looks good.
Heck yeah, dude.
I mean, you got under and looked at it. You weren't really.
Yeah, basically, whenever that diff comes out to put a welded one in, I'll be just scrubbing away in there. Then I'll put the new axle in. Dang, that's wrecked. Very nice. That's wild, dude.
Dude, your sway bar's not even hooked up.
I know.
Oh,
I
it looks
know.
like it broke. You
No,
just-
well, it is broke. Whenever I brought this thing home and I had to pull it up onto the trailer, I couldn't find a place to freaking hook. I don't know what happened, but anyways,
It's 'cause
I
the
think
toe hook's not here.
my strap like somehow got routed through it and ripped that, like that bolt's broken right there.
So
So
the toe goes here, and you probably
And I
didn't
don't-
have it in. If you even have it at all.
yeah, well, it is in the trunk, but I was slacking that day, so.
Well, most cars aren't like that. Understandable. I mean, mine has it in the front, but not the back. The back has a normal hook.
Transmission mount looks pretty sweet. It's crazy how that LS just like fits nice and snug in here.
Yeah, man. Big LS.
Looks like I might have a little bit of a leak from my.
Oh yeah, my sensor. When I change my sensor now, it leaks.
It's kind of just like sweating oil, so I'm
Mine
not
is like little tiny drips.
not worried about that.
Coil rod. Dude, I put the coil rod in my car. I think it's money.
Is it
I was doing hot laps. The temp never went over like 210.
nice?
I mean, it's not the summertime, but dude, like I went out there with Eric. Like at the end of the day, dude, we were just cooking.
Nice.
And when I drove,
I need to get this bash bar painted because it's quickly.
oh, that's why I said I'm not putting mine on until I paint it for.
Yeah.
I mean, yours is raw. That has like.
Yeah, I mean
kind of
this will clean
coating.
up with just some Scotch Brite, but yeah, I need to get that painted. Dang, I need to put my under tray on because it's just getting gross in here.
Yeah, dude. In the summer, I would do like 2 laps and it'd start to overheat.
Dang.
Now I'm doing like lap after lap. And the other guy there who had a G who I was talking to, he said his temps were rising, and he was doing just as much as me. I was like, but I think he had a CSF.
It was so cool to see the RX8 up on the lift at Nick's place. But to end off this video, here is what I did since then. I picked up a low mileage engine to replace the one in the Volkswagen. So look out for the next video. We will be getting this thing ready. We will be getting the old engine out of the car, getting this one ready, and then hopefully getting the new one in. So we're gonna get this Volkswagen running quickly. Stay tuned for more cool stuff in the garage. See you guys later.